Hello and welcome back to Safari in African. If you're new here, my name is Meta and this is your go-to channel for all things Africa. It's culture, food, landscapes, and untold stories. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our adventure. Today, we dive into one of Africa's most profound and beautiful philosophies, Ubuntu. This single word carries the spirit of togetherness, compassion, and humanity. But what exactly is Ubuntu, and why is it so important? Stay with me as we explore. Ubuntu is a Bantu term that translates to I am because we are. It embodies the belief that our humanity is interconnected and that a person is a person through other people. You may have heard it in the phrase Umuntu, Gumuntu, Gabantu. It means that our well-being, success, and growth are deeply linked to the community around us. The philosophy of Ubuntu emphasizes values like compassion, respect, sharing, and mutual support. It reminds us that we thrive not in isolation but in unity. Ubuntu is not about ignoring individuality. It's not about suppressing personal growth or ambition. Instead, it's about finding a balance between individual needs and the needs of the community. It acknowledges that individual well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of others. Ubuntu has been the backbone of African societies for centuries. Traditional African communities operate on communal values where people look out for each other. In many villages, children are raised not just by their parents but by the entire community. If someone is struggling, the community comes together to help. Ubuntu also plays a crucial role in Africa's history. During South Africa's transition from apartheid, Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu emphasized Ubuntu as a way to heal the nation. It was a guiding principle in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, promoting forgiveness over vengeance.
Africa is the birthplace of Ubuntu. I am because we are. We are all one. I encourage you to remember the magic of who you are. Live to your highest potential and see the potential in others. To celebrate the wonder of our diversity and most importantly, to go and be who you are.
Ubuntu recognizes the inherent connection between humanity and nature. It understands that we are not separate from the natural world, but rather an integral part of it. This interconnectedness means that we have a responsibility to care for the environment, not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all living things. It's the belief that we are all part of a larger whole and that our actions have consequences for others and for the environment. It's about recognizing the humanity in everyone, even those who are different from us, and respecting the delicate balance of the natural world. Today, Ubuntu continues to shape African societies. It's seen in how we support each other in times of need, whether it's crowdfunding for a sick friend, coming together during celebrations, or simply showing kindness. Ubuntu is also reflected in our workplaces, where teamwork and community-oriented leadership thrive. An example is the concept of Harambee, which means pulling together in Swahili. Harambee is a tradition of community self-help in Kenya where people come together to contribute resources and labor to a common project. This is a tangible manifestation of Ubuntu in action. In today's increasingly interconnected world, the principles of Ubuntu are more relevant than ever. They offer a powerful framework for building more just and compassionate societies. So how can we bring Ubuntu into our daily lives? Here are a few simple ways. Help others whenever you can. Even a small act of kindness matters. Practice forgiveness, hold no grudges, and learn to heal. Share your knowledge and resources. Lift others up as you climb. respect and value people, treat everyone with dignity, and support local communities. Ubuntu is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It reminds us that we are stronger together, and when we lift others, we lift ourselves. Imagine a world where we prioritized collaboration over competition, where we sought to understand different perspectives rather than simply imposing our own, and where we recognized our shared humanity. That's the kind of world that Ubuntu can help us create. Now, while Ubuntu offers a beautiful and inspiring vision, it's important to acknowledge that it's not without critics. Like any complex philosophy, it has faced scrutiny and debate. One common criticism is that Ubuntu can be romanticized, presented as a harmonious view of African societies, while overlooking the realities of conflict, inequality, and power dynamics. Another concern is that the emphasis on community can sometimes overshadow individual rights and freedoms. Critics argue that pressure to conform to group norms could stifle critical thinking. There's also the risk that Ubuntu could be used to justify oppressive practices within a community, masking issues of gender inequality or other forms of discrimination. Furthermore, some argue that the concept of Ubuntu has been misused, particularly in political contexts. It has been invoked by leaders to promote national unity or social cohesion, sometimes without genuinely addressing the underlying social and economic injustices. This can lead to a superficial understanding and application of Ubuntu, neglecting its deeper ethical implications. It's critical to engage with these criticisms thoughtfully. They serve as a reminder that Ubuntu is not a perfect or static concept. It's a living philosophy, constantly evolving and being reinterpreted. Acknowledging the potential pitfalls of Ubuntu doesn't diminish its value, but rather strengthens our understanding of it. It encourages us to apply its principles with critical awareness. Ubuntu is not about blind conformity or suppressing individuality. It's about finding a balance between individual rights and communal responsibilities. It's about fostering a sense of belonging and interconnectedness while also upholding principles of justice, equality, and respect for diversity. Ubuntu is Africa's gift to the world, a message of love, connection, and shared humanity. In a time when the world feels more divided than ever, we need Ubuntu. However, it's also important to remember that Ubuntu is a set of guiding principles that can be adapted to different contexts, not a rigid set of rules. What does Ubuntu mean to you? How can we embrace the principles of Ubuntu in our own lives? It starts with us recognizing our interconnectedness with others. It's about cultivating empathy, compassion, and respect. It's about actively participating in our communities and contributing to the well-being of others. Let's work together to build a world where Ubuntu is not just a philosophy, but a lived reality. And that's it from me today. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's spread this message of Ubuntu together. Thank you for watching. Bye.